So this seems to be a bit more occurring a bit more on a daily event. I'm seeing a lot more of these articles coming out of different medias, whether it's through the Daily Mail or through other news outlets. We're hearing a bit more of many of these of what they refer to as sudden adult death syndrome. And of course, a lot of it is being linked to climate change. They're like, is it unusually warm in your area? You, as a young person, might be at risk for having a heart attack. Are you enjoying your morning dose of coffee? Be careful, you might be at risk for a heart attack. Do you like walking and performing exercise during the day? Be careful, you might be at a risk for having a heart attack. And of course, we're seeing a lot of this now after the thing that happened not too long ago, and where everybody rushed out and took something that they probably shouldn't have taken. Now, of course, a lot of these articles aren't going to come straight out and say it's related to this. They're just going to say it's how odd are all these young people are all of a sudden dying. It goes on to say healthy young people are dying suddenly and unexpectedly from a mysterious syndrome as doctors seek answers through a national registry. And of course, many of these doctors are just like, let's try to do something, right? We can't just have all these young people dying. People are asking questions. Let's make a registry so that we can pretend like it's something else. We're going to do a study and we're going to try to get to the bottom of this. And I'm like, bro. It says people under the age of 40 are being urged to go and get their hearts checked. It says may potentially be at risk for what they refer to as sudden adult death syndrome, which of course is an umbrella term that describes the unexpected death of young people. As there was a 31-year-old who had recently died in her sleep. There was another young woman who she exercised every single day. And her mom was like, my daughter was always out there. She was going to the gym, doing 10,000 steps a day. How did she have a heart attack? And I would want to know, well, were these people the ones who took it? Are these part of the people who took it? It's not going to surprise me to hear, 20 or 30 years, we're all old and gray. And then some pharmaceutical company or some lawyer will come out. If you took such and such during this time period, you might be liable for damages. And it's like, yeah, the remaining ones of us who are as they refer to as the purebloods will be like, told you so. And this is what, unfortunately, people get when people are driven by fear. Shit can happen. And you don't know when you take something into your body and you don't know what the long-term ramifications are going to be. I don't even mean 10 or 20 years from now. I'm like, shoot, some of these people were having instances of reactions almost immediately. And now these are some very short-term reactions that many people are having. And it's because many people tried to warn. Of course, we were all looked at as, a bunch of conspiracy theorists, you bunch of right-wing weirdos. You're going to sit here and you're going to sit there and you're going to spread it. And then the government will come out and be like, oh, no, it wasn't that. And then some doctor that's, bought and paid for by the government will be like, yeah, there's no correlation. I don't know what you're talking about. And then he'll get handed a wad of cash on his way out. And that's why you can't let fear drive you. You cannot let fear push you into making decisions. This is going to be a normal occurrence. You're going to see, are you a young person? Be careful. You might be at risk for having a heart attack. If you like to enjoy exercising, if you're a go-getter, you like to go out there and go camping and see the wild, you might be at risk for a heart attack. Do you like your morning cup of coffee? Be careful. You could be at risk for a heart attack. Are you eating fruits and vegetables? Be careful. Your health could be at risk. And this is like, and there are articles talking all about this climate change, too much carbon dioxide, and it's causing you to have heart attacks. And it's like, bro, seriously? Are people seriously going to believe this? And at the very least, for those of us who are like me, who stood their ground and were like, we're not going to take it, I'll quit, I'll move to another country that's not going this route. A lot of us are like confirmed in the decision that we made, and it strengthened our resolve even going forward to not believe narratives. Anyway, this is going to be, you're going to see a lot more articles like this talking about the death of young people who are young and healthy and go out there and exercise every single day. And it's like, you're going to see it. And for many of us who didn't go that route, who didn't go out there and believe the narrative, you're going to be like, I told you so. I told you so. There's another one for the Alex Jones tip jar, as they say. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave your comment below, like, comment, and subscribe. and I'll check you out next time.